Hello. Hi. Let's unclip you. Hello, are you gonna have fun with me? Okay. Okay. Oh, you're sweet. Hi, welcome to Storytime with Shelly and the Shelter Animals. I'm Shelly, and I'm here today with some of my sweet furry feline friends, and we are super excited because we have an awesome book. I'm slightly fangirling about this book. This book is called Trap King for a Day, Marvin, and it was written by Lisa Ruby and illustrated by Rachel Martin. Okay, we gotta do that over. No biting, that's not nice. That was not nice at all. Okay. Hi, welcome to Storytime with Shelly and the Shelter Animals. I'm Shelly, and I'm here today with some of my furry feline friends, and we are really excited because we have a really cool book to read today. This is called Trap King for a Day, written by Lisa Ruby and illustrated by Rachel Martin. And it is about the super real-life Trap King, Sterling Davis. So you should check him out. He does great, amazing things. Are you guys ready to start reading? Okay. Trap King for a Day, Marvin. Marvin got out of bed and greeted the day with a big smile. It had been raining for several days, and it had finally stopped. He parted the curtains on his window and let the bright sun light up his bedroom. He looked over his shoulder and stared at the mess in his room. His dad had promised to get him a pet today, but only if he cleaned his room. Marvin wasn't sure what kind of pet he was gonna get. His dad had said that he could get whatever kind of pet he wanted, as long as he cleaned up after it. Marvin's mind drifted to his choices. He thought of a dog, or maybe a cat, but he also liked birds and turtles, and he couldn't forget bunnies. Well, the room wasn't gonna clean itself. He had better get busy if he wanted that pet. Look at Marvin. After cleaning his room and getting dressed, Marvin ran downstairs and rushed into the kitchen ready to eat. The first thing he saw was his mom, and then he saw his breakfast. His mom had made him 3 chocolate chip pancakes. He could see the maple syrup dripping down the sides. To wash down his pancakes was a cold glass of almond milk. "Good morning, son," greeted Marvin's dad. Marvin looked at his dad and frowned. It was no longer a good morning. His dad was dressed for work, not pet shopping. He knew what his dad was going to say, and it wasn't good news. Marvin's dad was a firefighter, which meant that he spent 3 days out of the week at the firehouse. But today wasn't one of those days, although sometimes emergencies came up and his dad had to go to work on his day off. "Why are you dressed for work, Dad?" asked Marvin. "It's your day off, and we were supposed to go get me a pet," Marvin pouted. "I'm sorry, son, but I have to cover at the station for a few hours. We'll get you a pet tomorrow, I promise," said Marvin's dad. He waved goodbye to his son on his way out the back door. "You promised today," Marvin mumbled. He was never gonna get a pet. Marvin sat at the table with his head down. He was sad that he couldn't get his pet today. He knew his dad's job was important and that people needed him, but he was still sad. Marvin's mom sat across the table, drinking her tea. She saw her son's sad face and wanted to cheer him up. "Have you decided what kind of pet you're gonna get, Marvin?" "No," said Marvin. "I haven't." "A puppy would be nice," said Marvin's mom. "Yeah, or a cute little kitten. It's easier to train. What do you think, Marvin? How about a kitten?" "A kitten would be cool, I guess." Marvin was still sad because he couldn't get his pet today. I know what will cheer you up, said Marvin's mom. After you eat your breakfast, why don't you go outside and play? There's no rain today. I'm sure you miss your friends. Okay. Marvin cheered up and ate his breakfast. He was going to play treasure hunt with his friends. Marvin and his friends were at the neighborhood playground playing treasure hunt. They were down by the creek looking for special rocks. They followed the flowing creek downstream all the way to the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, next to a group of rocks, was a mama cat and her baby kittens. Look, Marvin pointed towards the cats. It's a mama cat and her babies. How many kittens are there? Asked Mateo. The kittens. 3. Look, shouted Marvin. He pointed toward the water. One of the kittens is down by the water. Marvin ran down to the creek and walked into the shallow water to rescue the kitten. When he got to the water, he saw that it was wrapped in branches from a fallen tree. He's stuck. The mama cat couldn't go after the kitten because she was feeding her other kittens. All she could do was stare and bellow a sad meow. Get him out of the branches, Marvin, said Bart. Marvin tried to free the kitten, but instead of saving it, he got stuck too. I can't. My foot slipped under the tree and I can't get it out, cried Marvin. Davy and Bart, go tell Marvin's mom that he's stuck in the creek. Mateo and I will stay here with Marvin, said Trevor. Did your foot hurt, Marvin? Asked Mateo. No, but my mom's going to be mad at me for ruining my new running shoes, said Marvin. Are you keeping the kitten's head above the water? Asked Trevor. Yeah, but he's shaking. I think he's scared. Oh, here comes the mama cat, said Mateo. And she don't look happy. The mama cat was perched on a rock, snarling at the boys. What should we do? Asked Trevor. Bart and Davy arrived at Marvin's house. They ran up the porch steps and knocked on the door. Marvin's mom answered the door and was surprised to see 2 of her son's friends standing at the door without her son. We were treasure hunting and Marvin found a cat and her kittens and one of them fell in the creek. So Marvin went to save it and he got stuck, Bart blurted out. Marvin said to call his dad and the whole fire department, said Davy. You have to come with us now. Marvin's mom grabbed her cell phone and keys and then she rushed from the house and followed the boys. Do you like this so far? When Marvin's mom, along with Bart and Davy, made it to the playground, she went straight to Marvin and tried to set him and the kitten free, but she couldn't. How did you get your foot stuck under the tree, Marvin? Asked Marvin's mom. I was trying to get the kitten and my foot slipped, and then the tree moved and trapped me. Marvin held his head above water. The kitten's foot is tangled in a tree branch that's stuck in the tree too. Marvin's mom was nervous about the tree. What do you mean when you say the tree moved? A fire truck pulled into the playground parking lot and parked. A fireman dressed in full gear got out of the truck carrying a big axe. A big van parked next to the fire truck. It was decked out with a bunch of cats and the words Trap King. A man got out, walked to the back of the van, took out 2 cages covered with odd-looking blankets. The few kids in the playground crowded around and stared in awe at the decked-out van and the man who'd gotten out of it. He was wearing jeans with black boots and a t-shirt with the face of a cat on it. He had on black biker gloves and his nails were painted black. Marvin's dad and the man greeted one another and shook hands. They took the 2 cages and the axe and headed to the creek. All the kids tried to follow, but Marvin's dad told them to stay back. The clouds turned gray. The wind picked up. The water rippled into heavy waves and the tree shifted, covering more of Marvin's foot. Mom, Marvin called out, the tree moved again. The other kittens were frightened and called out to their mama. Meow, meow, meow. The mama cat screeched at the threatening weather and ran to protect her babies. Boys, I need you to find some strong sticks and help me keep the tree from moving again, said Marvin's mom. The boys quickly ran off to collect the sticks, making sure to stay away from the cat. Did you see that? Marvin's mom and his friends struggled with the sticks to keep the tree from moving. while the mama cat snarled at them from a rock. Bart close to the cat. "I'll chase her away," said Bart. Bart didn't move. "What does feral mean?" "No, Bart," said Marvin's mom. "Leave that cat alone. It's feral." Bart didn't move. "What does feral mean?" asked Bart. "Feral just means that the cat has never been with people, so she doesn't know how to act around them," said Marvin's mom. Bart took one step away from the cat. "I think she's mad at Marvin because he's got her baby," said Bart. "She'll be okay until help arrives," said Marvin's mom. Marvin's dad and his friend arrived at the creek. They stopped and looked around. There was no immediate danger, and everyone was accounted for. They saw Marvin, his mom, and all his friends standing in the creek. Marvin was stuck under a fallen tree holding a black and white kitten while his mom and his friends were all trying to help free them. Do you see it? They saw a big feral cat hunched and snarling several feet away. The cat looked ready to attack, but was so afraid of so many humans. Not far away, there were 3 kittens huddled together, whining for their mama. Marvin's dad held his axe over his shoulder and shook his head at the situation Marvin was in. The wind stopped blowing. The waters calmed, the clouds became clear, and the threat of rain went away. "Dad!" Marvin called out. The mama cat ran over to her kittens and walked in a circle around them to protect them. She kept her eyes on the humans and her other kitten. Marvin's dad and his friend walked to the water. His friends put his cages down. Marvin's dad put the axe under the tree, and with the help of his friend, they moved the tree off Marvin's foot and freed him and the kitten. Marvin's mom and his friends stood on the creek's edge and watched the rescue. They kept their distance from the feral cat and her other kittens. Everyone was standing in the grass by the creek, talking to Marvin. Marvin was holding the kitten in his arms. "Thank you, everybody, for saving me," said Marvin. "Hi, Marvin," said his dad's friend. "Hi, mister. Who are you?" asked Marvin. "My name is Sterling, but everybody calls me Trap King." "Why does everybody call you Trap King?" asked Marvin. "Because I trap cats." "Why do you trap cats? Don't that hurt them?" "What I do is safe and harmless," said Trap King, "and it helps the cats." Trap King held out his hands. "I need you to hand me that kitten, Marvin." "But I want him as a pet," Marvin cried. He looked at his parents. "Mom, Dad, I choose this kitten as my pet." "Marvin, before you can take that kitten as a pet, I have to take it to the vet. But once it's healthy, then you can adopt it," said Trap King. "Can I, Dad? Can I adopt him when he's healthy?" asked Marvin. "When Trap King says it's safe, yes, you may adopt the kitten," said Marvin's dad. Trap King took the kitten from Marvin and picked up one of the covered cages. "Okay, boys, I need you to stay back while I set the trap for the mama cat." Marvin, along with his parents and his friends, all watched while Trap King went about setting the trap. He removed the cover from the cage and took out a can of food. He set the trap in a spot next to a trail that had already been mapped out by the mama cat. It's important to place the trap in a secluded area close to the path where the mama cat always travels so she won't miss it, said Trap King. He put the kitten inside the trap to lure the mama cat inside, and then he opened a can of jack mackerel and placed small amounts of the fish along the trail to entice the mama cat to go into the trap to save her kitten. Trap King finished setting his trap and then walked over and joined the others to wait for the mama cat to take the bait. It wasn't long before the mama cat smelled the fish, but she hesitated before following the trail. She looked over at the humans and hissed, "I want everyone to turn around and slowly start walking away from the cat," said Trap King. "She's taken the bait, but she won't eat unless we leave." Everyone walked away. Marvin and his friends looked over their shoulders and watched the mama cat follow the fish trail. Trap King looked over his shoulder. He wanted to be ready when the cat entered the trap. When the mama cat was out of the way, he would put the other kittens in the second trap. When mama cat was caught in the trap, Trap King walked over, covered the trap with a special blanket. Then he took the second trap and put the other baby kittens inside. He put a blanket over that one as well. Trap King carried the 2 traps over to his captive audience. "Let's get our new friends to my van." When everyone reached the parking lot, the boys went wild over the Catmobile while Trap King put the 2 cages in the back of his van. "Cool ride, Trap King," said Marvin. "Some special people donated the van to my nonprofit organization to aid in animal rescue, and a friend of mine did the artwork." "What's your company called?" asked Mateo. "It's called TNR Humane Solutions. That's trap, neuter, return. The cats are trapped, then taken to an animal hospital where they are treated for injuries and diseases, and then fixed. When that is done, the cats are returned home to their colony, adopted, or put to work on farms, keeping rodents and snakes under control." "Can we help trap the cats?" asked Trevor. "Yes. The animal shelters are overcrowded and need help from the community to get homeless cats off the streets to prevent them from fighting over territory and resources. If we all do our part, we can save a lot of cats and prevent overpopulation," answered Trap King. "That's cool," said all the boys. Trap King kneeled before Marvin and looked him in the eyes. "You were a brave young man today, Marvin. Although I don't approve of you putting yourself at risk, I applaud your bravery and your love of animals. So, for your heroic act, I'm making you Trap King for a day." He pulled out a cat badge and pinned it on Marvin's shirt. Everyone in the park cheered for Marvin. "As soon as your kitten is given a clean bill of health and is weaned from its mama, you will be able to adopt it," said Trap King. "In the meantime, if any of you boys come across any stray cats, I want you to call me. But do not attempt to catch them. It could be dangerous." "If we find a cat and call you, can we be Trap King for a day?" asked Bart. "Yes, you can," answered Trap King. Everyone cheered. 2 weeks later, there was a knock on the front door at Marvin's house. Marvin came running down the stairs. He ran by his mom and straight to the door. He snatched it open without asking who was there. "Marvin, you know better," said Marvin's mom. "I know who it is, Mom," Marvin said with a big grin on his face. Standing on the other side of the door was Trap King, and he was holding a cat carrier. "Hello, Marvin," said Trap King. "Hi, Trap King. Is that my kitten?" asked Marvin. "Yes, it is, and it's a she. She's healthy, weaned from her mama, and ready to live with you. Do you still want her?" "Yes," Marvin answered excitedly. Trap King took the kitten out of the carrier and handed it to Marvin. "What will you name her?" asked Marvin's mom. Marvin cuddled the kitten. "Well, I found her in the water, so I'm going to name her Puddles." "That's a great name," said Trap King. The end. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We love that book. And we will see you next time on Storytime with Shelly and the Shelter Animals. Did you have fun reading? Were you a good reader? Oh my goodness.